In 1967, something remarkable happened near the coast of Greece that would become very important for archaeologists. Nicholas Fleming, a maritime archaeologist, was exploring the waters around an island called Aleophonicus, searching for historical artifacts. Each time he ventured into these waters, he returned without any major discoveries, until one day, everything changed. This time, Nicholas's life took a turn. While diving 13 feet deep into the sea, he noticed some stones that looked different from the rest. These stones weren't like ordinary ones. Something about them stood out. These stones were arranged in a regular pattern, which clearly indicated they were not natural. Realizing this, Nicholas decided to dive deeper to investigate. As he explored further, he understood that these stones were not just rocks, but the foundations of ancient buildings. These stones stretched over an area of thousands of meters. At first, Nicholas was puzzled as to why these building foundations were submerged in the sea, but soon he realized he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. It was crucial to uncover the truth behind this discovery. Nicholas returned to the site, this time fully prepared. When his team joined him, they found human-made objects scattered across the area, confirming that this wasn't just a small village, but likely an entire city. Among the scattered artifacts were clay utensils and various tools. They also saw large stone foundations and even broad streets, indicating this was a well-planned city. There was no doubt that Nicholas had discovered a city that had been submerged for hundreds of years. This underwater city was named Pavlopetre. From 1967 onwards, archaeologists and researchers were captivated by this city, which had been hidden from the world. How big was this city? How did the people who lived here survive? Why did they build such a well-planned city in this remote location? And most importantly, was this the legendary Atlantis, which, according to Plato, was destroyed 11,000 years ago? These were all questions that arose from the discovery of Pavlopetre. Despite years of research, the answers remained elusive. But with the advancement of technology, researchers once again turned their attention to Pavlopetre. Dr. John Henderson from the University of Nottingham began studying the site using modern technology. During this research, more artifacts were found, including a stone area used for grinding wheat, which appeared to be part of an ancient kitchen. Dust and mud covered the site, but it revealed more about the daily lives of people who lived there thousands of years ago. As Pavlopetre gave signs of life, it also hinted at the presence of death. Researchers found around 50 burial covers of various sizes. While many clues were uncovered, determining the city's true story required more than just diving into the water. This was the moment to use advanced technology like sonar scanning. Sonar is a device that emits sound waves underwater. These waves bounce back from objects, allowing the system to create a 3D model of the underwater landscape. With sonar, researchers produced a detailed 3D model of Pavlopetre, which revealed aspects of the city that were previously impossible to uncover. This 3D model allowed researchers to visualize Pavlopetre as it once was. It was hard to believe that such a vast city was hidden beneath the sea. The waters that had kept the city concealed were now revealing its secrets. The lines seen in the model are the foundations of buildings constructed long ago. Among them were both small houses and larger buildings, possibly administrative offices or homes of leaders. The open areas between buildings might have been markets or playgrounds. What was most surprising was that the entire city followed a clear, organized pattern, similar to modern-day urban planning. This mysterious underwater city was once home to a sophisticated civilization. The foundations of the buildings spanned 20 acres, and researchers estimated that around 5,000 people lived here. But who were these people, and when did they live? The soil layers discovered at Pavlopetre were carbon dated to be about 5,500 years old. Other evidence pointed to this city's existence during the Bronze Age. This means Pavlopetre was a thriving city above the water 5,500 years ago. A revolutionary period for humanity when stone houses were built. Using computer graphics, researchers recreated what the city would have looked like in its prime. After thousands of years, this underwater city was rediscovered. The island, now surrounded by sea, was once carefully planned and designed. But why was such a well-organized city built in such a remote location? There was a hidden reason behind it. This hidden reason was linked to Pavlopetri geographical location, which made it an ideal place for global trade. This prime location was chosen so that its residents could easily conduct business with the rest of the world. Underwater evidence suggested that Pavlopetri was a major manufacturing hub, specifically for textiles. In ancient times, clothes were made using loom weights, heavy stones that held threads in place, and thousands of loom weights were found at Pavlopetri. This discovery confirmed that 5,500 years ago, the people of Pavlopetri were manufacturing and exporting textiles globally. In its time, Pavlopetri was likely a bustling commercial center. But what led to the downfall of this thriving hub? Researchers believe that something catastrophic must have happened, destroying the city overnight. The residents didn't even have time to take their belongings, as many human items were found at the site. This suggests that whatever caused Pavlopetri's destruction happened suddenly. Some researchers speculate that the city was struck by a massive natural disaster, possibly a tsunami that engulfed the entire area. And so Pavlopetri remains a mystery. But the question lingers. Could this underwater city be the legendary Atlantis that Plato wrote about over 2,000 years ago? If Pavlopetri isn't Atlantis, then where is the fabled city that was destroyed 11,000 years ago? If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your kind comments, and we'll see you in the next exciting video.